Hey guys, Ryan A. Raymond here. Tonight we're going to go through how I research, create, design, and write a listing. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around. All right, Ryan A. Raymond here. This is my channel where I talk about merch by Amazon, print on demand, gives tips, tutorials, just kind of give information, share what tools I'm using, what's working for me, what's not. So hit the like bell, subscribe, do all those cool things. So let's jump into here. Let's see if we've got anybody in the chat. Let's give it a chat refresh test. Let's make sure it's going to go through. Oh, can't connect to the system. There we go. It's going through. Let's get that chat back up and running. All right, so as people join in, you guys can jump in the chat here. This will be live. So tonight, what we're going to do is do some research. I want to go through and talk about some methods of finding what we're going to look for. So first thing we're going to do, let me pull this open here, transition there. Well, I didn't mean to use that transition. I'll swap that over to a fade there next time. Sorry about that. Just playing with some new tools, or well, using the tools I have and getting better at using them, I guess. So what we want to do, there's a few things we can do. We can look for what trends are coming up later this year. We could look, see Christmas, Halloween, whatsoever. 4th of July just ended, and this is a lull time, so everyone's trying to really crank down on getting something. So I'm just curious. We're going to check out Target to start tonight. What is Target selling in kids' shirts? All right, Champion Kids. We definitely don't want Disney. See, all these searches are 4th of July. Kids' shirts, girls. All right, so just kind of plain tie-dye, pretty strong, positive messages, um, a bunch of different type of animals and ice cream cones type things. So ice cream, pastel colors, bright pinks. Let's do something different. Let's go into categories. How about young adult? Let's check in there. Explore all. Women's graphic tees. What comes up in here? So what is working well for this? A lifeguard shirt. I'm pretty sure you can't do those. They're sticking to just really evergreens right now. Like they're not really pushing trends. They're sticking with what is working for them the most. So they're sticking with evergreens. So evergreens are really what is going to be keeping people going through this time of year. But I kind of want to think a little bit ahead right now because I've been building a big evergreen base for the last year. So let's try something else. Let's go to trends.google.com here, and I'm just curious how different things stack up. So Halloween shirt. So past 12 months, you can see we're just entering the trend of Halloween shirts, which is going to spike right before Halloween and come back down. Let's compare that to Thanksgiving shirt. All right, Thanksgiving shirt, quite a bit smaller in comparison. So a 25th of the search volume compared to Halloween. And Christmas shirt. And let me see if I can zoom that back out. And if you guys can't see these here, let me make sure I zoom in. I keep forgetting some of you guys have trouble seeing that. So Christmas shirt peaks up there. Halloween is 77% of Christmas shirt searches, and Thanksgiving shirt is 20%. There's plenty of others in there. There's Hanukkah, there's Kwanzaa. I don't know what else we got in here. New Year's Eve shirt. Okay, that's got a small blip, 4. So we got 4 terms here. So next, where is the most opportunity? Christmas, followed by Halloween, Thanksgiving, then New Year's. So let's just kind of check some competition levels quick. At a high level, Christmas shirt. Hey, Ayed, how are you? Good to see you in chat, and everyone should be able to see the chat coming up there, and Let me know if it's sized right for you guys. Tell me what you think about the new little window here. I've got the ticker going on the bottom because on Saturdays I'm going to keep trying to do that longer format show where people can submit questions. So I have the form set up for ryanaraymond.com/live. All right, so Christmas shirt is 90,000. So that's our highest level. Next was Halloween shirt, 60,000. And if we come back over here and check that, so Christmas was the 100% mark. Halloween was 77. So we had 90 and 66. So it's about following the same amount of shirts available for the search terms compared to the trend. But if you look at all these, Christmas is starting to peak up already, and Halloween is, and Thanksgiving will be kicking up kind of shorter notice and it's smaller. So let's see how Thanksgiving shirt. So Halloween was 60,000. So 30,000. So that might be a little bit more crowded than the opportunities on in comparison on the numbers wise, I guess maybe is kind of a way of looking at it. And let's look at New Year's shirt. Computer's running a little bit slow. New Year's Eve shirt. 2,000 results. All right, so now let's look into that. Happy New Year 2020. Now, be aware when you guys enter this topic, this is a one that most people, they're buying it for one night unless you find a way to make it evergreen, and it's going to get returned, most likely. New Year's Eve shirt 2020. So that brings up 360 results. All right, so lots of t-shirts. It's basically all Happy New Year, basic Happy New Year. So they're, kind of doing that way. Just very simple ones. Some BSRs. So they have started to sell. So people are starting to think about that. But it's pretty low competition. But kind of look here. I mean, it's there. You can take a swing at it and see what happens. So what happens if we remove Christmas and Thanksgiving, and we just look at the New Year's shirt term? If I can delete this one. Okay. Why is this doing this? All right, New Year's Eve shirt. We'll just put them on the same there. All right, so that's what it is. We're going to start seeing some bumps. People are going to start, early birds are going to start in August. These guys, it's going to come, and then middle of November it'll peak, and then it'll go away. So it's a seasonal trend, but there's opportunity in it because it refreshes every year because it needs a new number, unless you go a way of making it evergreen of just Happy New Year, something someone's going to wear every year. I'm just curious. Yes, this is the same shirt I wear every New Year. Okay, I just kind of came up with an idea. So I'm gonna target New Year's, and we're gonna make a shirt, and that's the phrase I'm gonna use on it. Yes, this is the same shirt I wear every New Year. So it doesn't exist on there. We're gonna target New Year's, and maybe make an evergreen shirt that people will wear every year. So let's see some chat in there. Who else we got? Ayad, Haru, nice to see you guys. Glad you guys are in the chat. If you guys haven't yet, hit subscribe. And let me see if I can get this set up right. So let me just do something here. Oh, wrong transition again, but that works. So Now I'm going to get my iPad ready. So just I'll hang out in the chat screen there. I think they call that a pattern interrupt. It's something to keep you guys watching the videos. I don't know. Be doing this YouTube thing, guys. I thank you guys all for watching it. It's been a lot of fun, is the biggest thing. Like more than anything, I just kind of have fun doing it. Those of you guys that hang out and chat, I really do appreciate it. So it's really just kind of fun for me. All right, let me see here. So, all right, you guys should be able to see into my iPad now. All right, so let's check over. Let's start with over. Well, you know what we could do? We could go into Procreate and let's kind of sketch out what we're thinking here. We could hand letter this. What ink here? I'm gonna just kind of get a sketching pen. So something along the lines of, yes, this is the same shirt I wear every year. So it could be, or we could do something along the lines of, this is my New Year's shirt. Okay, so some phrases there. You could come in here, we could hand letter. I could go in and try and make this all kind of fancy. I could do, let me grab one of my imported brushes here. I like this one. Could do something like, but I don't think that's going to work with this. So when working with text, I like using over because I like my control with laying it out. So 4,500 by 5,400. So the two apps I like using are Procreate and Over. So tonight we're just going to come up with one here. All right, so text. What kind of fonts can we find in here? So I do have an Over subscription, and so it gives me a bunch of the premium fonts and access to the premium fonts. You don't need that. You can import your own fonts, and it doesn't affect any of that. So that is something you guys can do. But what sort of, I'm curious, what if I say lazy? What if I just search New Year? Who created a font New Year? Golden, Revive. Some of these might work. I like this font. I've used it quite a few times. So we're going to say yes. I wear this shirt every New Year. So, you know what? I don't like that. I don't like that font. I'm going to go to one of my favorites. I just really like this font, and it sells well for me, and it doesn't even have to have a whole lot to it. So what are some things we can do to it? I can come in here. So if you guys aren't familiar with Over, when you're in this tab down here, you can come in, change your style. You can change your spacing between letters, change your kerning, and all of that information. You can add some curve to it. So maybe something like that, kind of add a little. I think this, if you curve it up like this, it kind of makes it look a little, someone look wider on the bottom, whereas this might make a little bit wider at the top. And slimming, you can make that effect. Any sizes, you can add drop shadows. You know, I don't necessarily recommend that too much, depending on how you do it. No drop shadow. You can rotate it. I'm gonna undo that. You can nudge it around if you just want to just tweak it up and down a little bit. You can hit up and down. You can do masking and you can do blending modes, all sorts of different ones here with colors. All right, so yes, I wear this shirt every New Year. Now I can draw something. I'm just curious if Over has loaded any new graphics. New Year. Let me just type New Year. Got a Year of the Pig. Any sort of symbols that people see. I don't think it's really going to work with anything else. So because I'm going to do it, I'm going to put in some colors here. So export, and we'll just save that. Preview that later. And then I'm going to come here and do Procreate. Let's clear these other layers we had. And now let's work on a black background. And I'm just going to insert a file. Nope, not a file. I want a photo. And Procreate does have its own text tool. I just am much more comfortable with making something quick with Over. But I like coming here into Procreate and then I get to play with the text and I can do different things. So what if we wanted to make it have some body to it? Let's see if we can kind of make this a little bit puffy. Let me check this one. Let me pop over here quick. All right. New Year's shirt. So lots of yellows and kind of gold looking, but you can't call it gold and you can't make it look gold. So there's chances some of this could be taken down. But I think we got to work. We can start with a yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to select this first layer. And I've got a bunch of different palettes here. I like working with this yellow right here. And since I selected that, quick little shortcut. If I don't want to change that bottom layer, I just click layer 2 and hit fill layer, and it turned that layer into an exact yellow copy of that first one. Okay. Now I'm going to add another layer. And I'm actually going to duplicate this one because I don't like messing with things. Now I'm going to reselect this layer and I'm going to go to the layer above to work with it. All right, so some things we could do. Let's imagine we have a light source and we want it to be coming down from a direction here. So I want it coming from this way on the screen that you guys will be seeing. So let's imagine that side's going to be light and then the bottom's going to be kind of darker. And let's kind of just see if we can add some texture to this and just change it up a little bit. So I got the new layer. I want to go over to the color wheel and some things we can do. We can move down in saturation here. And then I'm going to come grab a touch-up brush and the noise brush. Zoom in and just bring that size down. A little bit more size. And I'm just kind of hitting the edges here. Along the bottom. And coming on that side. All right, going to do the same on the E. And a little bit here. Oh, went to the eraser. A little bit there. A little bit there. The bottom of the E. Maybe a little bit darker. Might be good. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Just kind of softening it up a little bit, adding some texture. And since I selected layers, I don't really have to worry about making sure I'm keeping everything lined up. So there we go. Adding a little bit there, and we'll come around to this side. highlighting there, and just keeping what side of things are on and how I just find that light source on the one side to make it all look like it's going to make sense. It's, you know, kind of an upper downward light source. And we'll add some light highlights here as well. And down here. So, any questions in the chat while I'm going here? Ryan, the screen. Oh, you know what, guys? I am sorry, that transition thing here. So, I got this open here in Procreate, as you guys saw. And what I'm doing is I'm running down the sides here and just adding some shading to it. I need like an alert where you guys can yell at me when I screw that up. So, we'll do this here. So once again, like I said, I'm using the noise brush, and I'm going to edit this and cut that out in the live stream here later. So what I'm doing here now, guys, is going around the edges of the letters, and I'm just kind of adding a little bit of a noise brush texture to them all to give it a little bit of volume and kind of make the lettering pop instead of a flat yellow color. So just kind of bringing it in, and I'm not being perfect, and I'm not worrying about making it exact. I'm just kind of hitting these edges because I'm also going to come around and do some lightening as well. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm not going to call it glittered. I'm not going to call it gold. I'm not going to call it any of those things, but I want it to kind of look like there is some texture to it. Not going to describe it that way. And I've done this a little bit, and it does kind of carry into the design if you hit it up well enough here. I've had some good results with it. So just running around here in the circle, and this doesn't take long. You know, I made the quick text design, but just taking the extra 5 minutes to run through and hit the design up with a few extra elements to personalize it helps carry it a long way, and it helps make it stand out in the listings. All right. So I've got kind of all my dark almost done here. And, oh, not there. Okay, so got that. It brought a little bit of darkness to it there. All right, I'm gonna go back in and color pick. So I'm just holding down on the screen, color picking. And now I wanna go lighter. So I'm gonna do one more layer. And since I'm still highlighted, I can come here. And this just hits some lightning. Basically just kind of going on the opposite edges of where we just were. A little bit on there to show some body. And this is a way I use to customize text. I'll do different textures, and I'll show you guys some different ways you can do it. But I'm only uploading one of these right now because I got to actually delete a couple slots to put this up on everything. So I may only be putting it up on t-shirts for tonight. So I'm almost done here. And like I said, I'm not being precise with it. I'm just giving it some touches up where I go around. Oh, got a little bit too overzealous there. All right. So I think that'll kind of pop on there. Some people say don't use yellow on shirts, but I've had some pretty good luck with yellow on shirts. All right, so we got this version of it. Now here's some really cool things I can do with Procreate. So let's say I wanted to really attack this and make a bunch of different versions. So I'm going to merge those 3 layers together. Actually, I'm just going to merge those 3 together. So that we did that with that text. Now I'm going to turn off here. I'm going to duplicate this first layer. Let's say I wanted to make this kind of a retro shirt. So I could come in here in my palettes, set that as my default. So let's say I grabbed this color and I just select this layer, come in here. So it's got a white background already, so you can do some cool things with that. Coming here into artistic. So let's say I wanted to make it look like I painted this whole thing. I could actually do a layer above and be a separate layer. And you could come in here and try and paint over the image. You can rough it up in different ways. You can do all sorts of things. Let me see. I don't like that brush. One of my favorites for doing stuff with is here under the, not the retro. Where is the grunge? Textures, grunge brush. I really like using this one. So just kind of doing a base layer. I could come in here with this one and say kind of really wanted that one to be in there. And I can hit the yellow here. And do that and something like that to kind of bring it all together. So there, I just made another version of it. I could add another layer since I'm still selected, turn these ones off. And since that one's not even there, I could do a different brush. And let's say I wanted to fill it with flowers. So what does this brush look like? What if I did this? Now, these colors may not be the right colors for your niche. You should kind of think about your color choices when you're going in there, but I'm showing you guys just some examples of the power here with this. And this is some of the stuff I'll do. I will just sit here and play with things, and you never know what you're going to come up with. All right, so we got that. We got some yellow. So it's all just flower prints. A little bit of lightness color in there. So it kind of made a rainbow retro. All right, so we've got all these. I'm going to delete that one layer. So let's say I wanted to make like a distress layer. I could turn this layer on here. I could come here into the erasers. Let's say, and start with the flicks. And you can make a distress design that way too. So, and that was just one brush, and you can make your own brushes in here with your own patterns. All right, so that right there made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I turned them all on, and in Procreate, I can just do this, share layers as PNG files. And then I can come here and click Save to Files right in my iCloud drive. Yeah, we can put it in that folder. That'll be fine. We'll just hit Add. So it exported it all successfully. All right, so let's hop over to merch. Let's write a listing. So we might have to find a few keywords here. But I think I got some ideas. So like I said, I don't have a whole lot of slots. Is it going to restrict me? Am I getting the error? It looks like it must have some open. All right, so since I work in iCloud and everything in here it's really easy for me. That's really seamless to send my pictures over. I'm pretty sure this is the one I need right here. Hey, Lance. All right, so who all we got in chat? We got Hassan. Hey, products review. We got Lance Bentley. Hey, Lance. Appreciate you guys all being here. There's 8 of you guys still tuckering out here for this. I said it was going to be a long one, and I do apologize for that. But here we go. So yes, this is the shirt I wear every year. So I only have 4 products I can upload right now. And what I am selling the most of is standards, premiums, V-necks, and tank tops. So we're going to stick with that for right now. And actually, since I can only do 4 I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the premium off because I don't feel like going through and figuring out what I can delete right now. Okay, so we've got that on there. Now we need to pick what colors it's going to go on. Does that work on the navy? Yes. Does it work on the brown? Yes. The dark heather? Yep. The heather gray? No, I don't like it on the heather gray. Yellows and purples always go well. The yellow and that green. You could do it on the white, but I don't think it does very well. I think asphalt's a good choice. Not pink. Blue will work. Cranberry will work. And oh, we're full. All right, and we're gonna say yes on that, and we're gonna leave it at $19.99. We're gonna put it up there. I've been having some good luck with stuff selling new at $19.99. All right, and I just refreshed the screen. The like horrible thing you can do while using the multi-uploader, because you lose all your progress. Before or after you uploaded it like that, it would save it, but that's all right. Okay, so reselecting the products. I'm going to take off Germany and the rest of these products. All right, so let's come on down here. In my experience, brand name can help, but brand name is not necessarily the most important factor. In fact, if you write New Year's shirt and then made your title New Year's shirt, it will delete the title and just append it as showing as t-shirt in the search results. So definitely don't ever repeat the brand and design title in the same one here. Let me make sure you guys can see here. Kind of zoom in. God damn it, I did it again. I apologize for cursing, guys. Sorry. I know that might offend some people. But when you're doing this live, you break things easily. Okay, so back to here. We're not going to do something like that. So we got New Year, but we definitely want to target 2020. So this is going to be something I'm thinking about here. Happy New Year every year shirts. So because this is, so maybe I'll just put up designs that I think are going to be evergreen New Year's shirts in here. So Happy New Year every year shirts. So here's something we're going to do. Yes, this is the same shirt I wear every year. Funny phrase. Funny phrases work. Maybe we don't want to do that yet. So we got the base target there. If you have text on a shirt, put it in front. It may not be a current search term, but what do you think happens when it starts selling? Everyone on Merch Informer, everyone everywhere else starts searching for it because they see it sell, and it becomes an auto-suggested search term. So you definitely want to be looking for it, because people are going to see the phrase and they're going to look for it. If someone sees someone wearing it, they're going to look for the phrase. So if you're doing a plain text shirt, I strongly suggest you wear this here. And we're going to call this a lazy Is that what it says? Every New Year. Lazy. We're just going to take it all out. We're just going to leave that at t-shirt because I don't like fitting anything else into those characters. So we're going to have to use these assets. This is a great, funny design, funny phrase with yellow font. So we're going to describe it as yellow because it is a yellow font. So Amazon wants us to describe the product. Remember, or not describe the product. Remember, they know it's a t-shirt. They know the type of product they're putting on here. They made that very clear to us that they have those back-end keywords handled when they swap this all around. Tell them what the design is, what it looks like, what it's about, and who it's for. This is a great funny phrase with yellow font that is perfect for people who don't want to buy new shirts every year. Perfect for New Year's 2020 and beyond. So there we go. We hit that keyword term in there. So we will rank for it. We should end up ranking for this fairly well. This is, so if you are lazy and need a last minute New Year's Eve outfit, this is the perfect, what are we going to call it? Phrase, illustration. This is the perfect top. You could call it a top, New Year's Eve top, New Year's Eve outfit, top to go with any outfit every New Year's Eve so you never procrastinate again. We already used outfit 1. We'll go with any celebration party every New Year's Eve so you never procrastinate again or need another New Year's Eve shirt. So you can put a little humor in there. You can communicate with them. I just kind of think about how I want to communicate to the person with words that they might search for. So let's think about this here. Let's walk through this listing here. So we have Happy New Year every year shirts. What does that come up with? Is anyone even targeting Happy New Year every year? New Year loading. So a couple of perpetuity shirts, some things that people are targeting to sell on and on and on. Hey Matthew, how are you doing out there? Hey, a lot of people have been mentioning to me my sound clips out, and I'm trying my headphones tonight. How does the sound sound to you guys? Let me know in the chat and get this chat rolling. It's like a stagnant little thing here there. So let's see some chat happening. Ask some questions as we're going if you guys need it. All right, so no one's really targeting that. It's not there. So who knows if anyone's even searching for it, but that's a way I like to target things that no one's, how I can try and get entry into something that may have a good chance of selling and could sell. Don't start that, Lance. That's not funny. I talked for 5 minutes yesterday with no sound whatsoever. So don't even joke about that. But hey, Janu, how are you doing? All right, so we've got this here. Where did we go? Lost everywhere we are. All right, Happy New Year every year shirts. All right, I'm pretty sure this is going to turn up kind of low results. Yep, 3. So that real search term, so we need something in here. New Year's Eve party. So there we go. New Year Eve party t-shirt is what it'll be. So if we do this now, New Year Eve party, there we go. That'll work. So you can kind of think of how you need to mold it and what sort of search terms and things that people can be searching for. New Year's Eve party t-shirt. So that brings up 725 results. But since I know I have 2020 tucked away in the listing, it can mix and match if it's doing its near matches. So that's 128 results. So that's some different ways you can target into there. So what other words did we use? Let's think about this, guys. And remember, we didn't copy anyone. We made up something new. We're entering the market with an original idea that targets people based on the colors that are selling in that niche. And we're looking for some words that they may search for. So funny, phrase shirt could be a way they want to do it. People who don't want to buy new shirts every year. So perfect for New Year's 2020 and beyond. So we're targeting this year. After 2020, I can come in here and edit this to 2021. So if you are lazy and need a last minute New Year's Eve outfit, so how does that search look? Only 38 results. So so right there, I should land in those results. I should be able to own those types of searches. And look where these results are. So maybe I'll get the clicks in there, but the goal will be to find all these little words, all these little terms that people might search for where I know I can rank, and then how I can get um, it seen because someone might search for it. So I might get that first one, and then Amazon will say, okay, it's worked for there. What are some near terms that we can search for? And go from there. All right, so let's make sure we got the product priced out. So we lost all the colors. Um, there we go. I had copied them earlier. No, I didn't. We need to get rid of that one. The heather blue, definitely the yellow. Okay, there we go. And youth. So we didn't mention drinking in here. We didn't mention drugs, alcohol, violence. So it's safe for kids. And I love this little button right here. Oh, you're kidding me. So I just erased my page here again. Yep, I did. I did. I did. That's what happens when I'm zoomed in. It makes my sensitivity go. Did I copy that text? Nope, I did not. Well, I'm going to have to relist it. So while I'm working on that, let me just do this here so we can transition there. All right. Just kind of take the floor here. I'm going to relist this design one more time in frustration. Um, there we go. And we have, yes, I wear this. Oh, it just that's one of the things about the new multi-uploader that drive me insane. I absolutely hate it. All right, I'm not gonna make you guys sit here while I'm relisting this. I'll do that after. But there's 11 of you guys in the chat. If you guys have seen scrolling down here on the icons here, it says RyanARaymond.com/live right now. So if you go there, there's a form to submit, and this is what it'll look like. Let's see if I can do the fade this time. See, I did it the right way, the way I did set it up to do it. All right, so you come here to RyanARaymond.com/live, and you just put in your name here. So Ryan, and I have this little option here. What kind of question? Do I have a general question, or do I want a t-shirt listing review? So I can put it in here, and you can still put in a question. Yeah, I wish I could save to drafts too. It drives me nuts. Oh, I've refreshed that page 3 times here during this live stream, and all those lazy people that edit their videos and spend hours and hours making professional videos, they got it easy. Their videos are all clean. You guys got to watch me redo it 3 times, and every single time someone watching a replay saw that, they just ended up hanging up the video. They're like, I'm not watching this again. So I thank you guys for hanging out. But anyway, back here. So I was wondering why I never get any sales on this shirt. So you can put that right in there, or you can give me a specific question and I'm going to answer them on air. And I'm trying to do that every Saturday at 12:30 Eastern is kind of my plan right now. I mean, that's it might change a little bit here and there, But that's my plan right now, is to get questions piled into that little database, and I can do some t-shirt listing reviews and all of that sort of stuff. Yep. I was listening to one of my videos the other day, and I told my wife, I was like, I say a lot. I really got to stop that. So yeah, there we go. You can just submit the listing URL and go with that. So you guys, I think I've gone long enough, and I do like making these videos where people re-watch them after they're live, because I hope they are useful for you guys. If they are, hit the like button, and you made it this far, hit the like button, subscribe, notification bells. It tells YouTube to show it to more people. And I'll be honest, it's just like on Merch by Amazon. Making YouTube videos and getting them seen is a challenge. Like, getting them to rank. It's all about keywords and everything else. So I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you again. And what other cool windows did I have here? I got the me and the name. Oh, I got this other one here, transition. So yeah, I got my social tags there. So you can see Instagram, Ryan A. Raymond, and it should change. There we go. Twitch. If you guys, this is streaming on Twitch right now. If you guys if you guys follow Twitch, um, follow me on there. RAYMON. I think that's the icon I put right there. And then also Twitter and Facebook. Thank you guys, and have a good night.